Well, it's finally here, everybody. 7 long months in waiting, and the Miami Dolphins took to the field, led by Tua Tagovailoa, out for the first practice of preseason camp of the 2023 NFL season. Tua Tagovailoa also, as the captain, did his first press conference, and he covered a lot of ground, so we're going to jump right into it. So in this first cut, Tua talks about his new tattoo. Let's get to it.
Represents my first child. There's a lot of things that go on behind it, a lot of cultural significance, a lot of things that has to do with protection, guidance, sort of things like that we believe in the Samoan culture. So that's what it is. And then we implemented this piece that I already had with this. So it's almost like when you pray, you take it off, it kind of has the sense of you're taking part of the tribal out of this side. So that's it. This was about 3 sessions. Took about 2.5 days. Yeah. So took about 2 full days and then like a half day. A lot of detail.
So I gotta love that. In his first press conference after 7 months after being injured and not finishing the season, he talks about the cultural significance of his tattoo, and he talks about prayer. That's the Tua I've been waiting for. That's what I wanted to hear. So in this next cut, he's talking about how comfortable he is and how comfortable the rest of the team is coming into year 2 under Mike McDaniel. Let's get to it.
It's been good. It's been really good. It's not only good for me, but it's good for a lot of the guys that have been here last year as well, getting comfortable with the offense, being able to understand the logic, understand why we're doing things more, and not just going out there and running and trusting and hoping that this is what the expectation is from said coach to said player.
He's probably talking about Tyreek. Tyreek said he didn't know the whole offense. He was just out there running around using his athletic ability just to make plays. So now they know the plays. They're comfortable with what Mike McDaniel's going to do.
So we all have the same expectation out there when we play with each other. There's still some things that we got to clean up, but I think overall it's been a really good first day to be able to go out and compete against the guys that are going to be on both sides of the field. Tyreek and Jalen, on this side, and then obviously the other side, everyone wants to see X and also Jalen Ramsey. So it was good to see everyone.
So throughout practice, you got the best going up against the best. That's going to really help everybody in the long run. So in this next clip, he's talking about expectations for the team.
Yeah, definitely a continuation of last year. Everyone feels a lot more comfortable, like I said, and it's not something that we had to really strain this offseason to learn. We could sort of use our strain on other things, such as getting together outside of the facility, throw in, working on route timing, things like that.
So he's talking about the camaraderie of the team, which he's always been a big proponent of. I absolutely love that. I love when teammates get together and spend time off the field, out of the locker room, and bond and get together. So in this next cut, he's going to be talking about the thoughts on his strengths of this team.
Yeah, I think if, God willing, we all can stay healthy, I think this offense can do crazy things. I think we can be dangerous. I think we have the potential to do something really, really special for the city of Miami, to do something special for the organization, to do something special for, guys on our team that don't really have that opportunity. But it's almost like we all have some sort of influence in others' lives when we play together and when we win and when we do something special. Whether you're a 2 or 3, whether you're a practice squad player, guys want people that win. And so I would say that's the expectation, that's the hope, and that's what we're looking for.
Now notice he said there, God willing, we all stay healthy. So it's obviously on the back of his mind. It's obviously a thought he's had for 7 long months through the jiu-jitsu, watching the films, looking at what happened. He knows he has to stay healthy. He knows that entire season, the entire success of this team depends upon he and a couple of the other guys being healthy. Now, this segues into what happened yesterday. He's asked about Justin Herbert's huge contract. Take a listen.
I mean, It's big. It's big. I think it's, first off, congrats to him and congrats to Jalen as well earlier on his contract. I think it's really good for the quarterback market. That's what I would say. It's really good for the quarterback market. Gets me excited, gets me going. But at the same
look at that smile on his face. That's a guy who knows if I stay healthy, if I perform, I'm about to get paid. I'm about to make some serious bank, because if they paid him $262 million, and if I can stay healthy, I'm gonna get paid.
Time they got what they deserve, and I'm happy for them.
So in his next cut, after following up on the Justin Herbert contract, he follows up on questions about his contract. Listen to what he says.
I think regardless of what it is, if they wanted to do it now, if they wanted to wait, whatever, I think for myself, I'm always a person that wants to prove to myself that I deserve whatever I get. And so, for me, I feel like this is something that I need to work for. It's plain as simple as that.
That's the Tua I've missed for 7 months. That's the Tua I kept telling people over and over. He's not speaking out. He's not being forceful. He's not being captain-like. Right then and there, when they asked him about his contract in relation to Justin Herbert, he goes, it's as simple as that. I'm going to get paid what I deserve. That's what a captain is supposed to say. I want to get out there on the field. I want to prove my worth. It's funny how so many fans think it's already over when the exact guy that they worship already knows, hey, listen, I need to get out there and prove it. It's not proven. He understands he needs to stay healthy. He understands he needs to prove it on the field. And he understands if he does prove it on the field, he's going to get paid. So I don't care. I'm not worried. I'm going to get out there, I'm going to perform, and I know the money's going to come. Fans, on the other hand, think he should be awarded $250 million or $300 million because Justin Herbert got it, and he's better than Justin Herbert, but you need to take the time to listen to what your quarterback just said. I'm going to have to prove to this organization that I am worth that kind of money. And next he's going to talk about his top 100 rankings, and he says something really interesting here that makes me want to slap some people upside the head. Take a listen to what he says here.
No, I wasn't surprised at my placement. I got hurt. I had a good season, but never got to finish it. So I wasn't surprised at all.
So if Tua wasn't surprised with his ranking, why are you all screaming on Twitter about Tua's top 100 ranking? He understands, hey, listen, this is about performance. I got hurt. I missed a bunch of games. They rank me where they rank me. I could care less. I need to get out here on the field and prove it. Maybe this press conference is going to change some minds. Maybe people will understand what I've been saying, what others have been saying, that this guy is in a prove-it year. Forget the stats from last year. None of it matters. He knows that. I know that. A bunch of other people know that. Some fans think he's been anointed. It's already done. He's one of the best ever. No, he's not. He understands in order to be the best, you got to be the best. And what I mean by that is you got to be on the field, you got to perform, you got to take your team further in the playoffs. You actually have to be there in the playoffs. And then if you do all that, check those boxes, he knows he's going to get paid. So rest of you guys on Twitter and everything else, relax. He's going to get paid. He's going to get his recognition. He's going to stop all the haters. I gotta hate that word. He's going to stop all that if he performs. That's it. That's the answer. And now he's going to address the South Florida fan base expectations. After seeing the Miami Heat do so well, and FAU, and the Florida Panthers, and now with Messi in town just driving things crazy, South Florida is hungry for winners. We don't want losers. Losers don't apply. We want winners. Listen to him address this.
Yeah, I think South Florida's hungry. I think they're hungry for something, a championship. I mean, you seen it when you went to the hockey game with the Panthers. You seen it when you went to the Heat games. So I mean, these guys are more than ready, and I think as players, being able to watch as fans, to see the city turn up, that's something that we're excited for, and we're really hoping that we can get this group of guys ready, to do that.
So now he's going to get asked again about his contract. As if he didn't answer it already, he's going to have to answer about his contract once again. And as the captain and man that he is, he shuts the guy down once again. Take a listen.
I haven't talked about any contracts since what I've understood with, my 5th-year extension. So I don't think that's a worry of mine. When things come, they'll come because you either deserved it or it's supposed to happen that way.
That's the attitude. I just wish more people understood, because I'm not worried about it. If I deserve it, i.e., that means right now I don't deserve it. He understands. If the time comes, or rather when the time comes, if I deserve it, I'm going to get paid. Whether it's in Miami or someplace else, probably Miami. But if I prove to Stephen Ross and the organization and the league that I'm worth it, I'm going to get paid. So stop bitching on social media about Tua, he's him and all this stuff. It's on him. It's on him. It's not he is him. It's on him. He understands more than I guess what the fans do, is that he needs to step up and prove it this year. There's nothing wrong with saying that, and obviously he fully understands that. Now they're going to talk about Mike McDaniel in the offseason, what he's done to prepare the team for this season.
Well, I would say Mike's the same. Mike's always been the same. His approach might be a little different. But that's his sort of mantra for our team this year is different. He's the same person. He's here at like 2:00 every morning, working hard, trying to do everything he can to put players in the right position and whatnot.
Mike McDaniel does what a head coach does. You work the long hours, you take the crap, you take the beat down, and then you move forward trying to improve your team. That's what he's all about. That's what Tua is all about. This is the time. You're in camp. You don't want distractions. You're not going to worry about the crap. You are now going to move forward to make this team the best possible team you can put on the field. So now another question comes up where people ask Tua, or one of the reporters asked Tua, what about appearing on the new show on Netflix, Quarterback? Here's what Tua had to say about that.
I have seen it. There have been talks about going on it, but I feel like right now it just isn't the right time. But even too, because I'm a very personal guy, I felt like the series was a lot more personal. It was a lot more about their personal lives than it was more so what they did on the football field. And for me, that's not something that I like to do, especially to show my kid on national television or, people seeing what I do,
Listen to what he says right here.
It would just be too hard to turn off. After a loss is tough as it is. I don't know how that would go, trying to talk about a loss in my car.
I love that. In addition to being a private guy, he understands himself. He understands that when he loses, it affects him deeply. He doesn't want someone sticking a camera in his face. He doesn't want a crew following him around. This is a guy who's driven to win. This is the guy I've been looking for. I've been wanting to see. I knew he was a fighter. He's got the long sleeve now. It's all about the Samoan culture. This is supposed to be the Samoan warrior. I didn't see that in December and January and February. Obviously, somebody was telling him back off. Obviously, someone was telling him just stay in the background. You can see a difference. This is a completely different guy. This is a completely different guy than we saw in December, January, and February. And it's a completely different guy that we saw in October and in November. This is a kid, I'll say he's a kid because he's 25 or whatever, that's ready to win, who's ready to get back on the field, understands his vulnerabilities, likes his privacy, and is ready to prove it this year. That's the big theme of this press conference to me, is that Tua understands he's in a prove-it year, and he needs to get that across to everybody that if he plays the way he knows he can play, he'll get the money. He'll get what he deserves. Not worried about it. Not even thinking about a contract negotiation. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to be on Netflix. I just want to play. I just want to succeed. And then everything will take care of itself thereafter. Let me know what you guys think. Day one. Whew, lots of content. Fins out.
Is anybody catching on to this Barry guy?